Hello everybody, that mid-game here, back with another video. Now in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to master Brig in Overwatch 2, because she does play a lot differently to how she did in Overwatch 1. But before we get into this, I just want to say that this video is also a giveaway. Xbox has given me a code for the carbon fiber fire skin and a weapon charm, so if you want to win it, then the code is hidden somewhere in this video. You gotta scan it and you redeem it. It's Xbox only, sadly, but as Overwatch 2 is crossplay, then you should be able to get it even if you're on like other platforms, if that makes sense. So anyway, let's get into this. Now, for the first tip in this video to how to master Brigitte, it's a very simple one. It's have your shield up as much as possible. As you can see in the gameplay, Zen is trying to absolutely demolish me, but if you have your shield up, or like the Zen has awful aim, then you basically just avoid the damage entirely. Brigitte is quite a squishy hero, so if you have your shield up, then you just deflect a lot of the damage, well, all of the damage until your shield's gone, which I would recommend as soon as your shield reaches 10 health, you pop it away, as your shield is a very, very, very important tool for movement and damage. As you can see in the gameplay, I rush a Reaper and kill him before he teleports to my team and just causes a lot of damage. Because in Overwatch 1, her shield really wasn't that good for movement. I think it moved you 5 meters, compared to Overwatch 2, where as the stun's gone, it moves you 12 meters and it does 50 damage. So there is no reason why, if there's a squishy like a Zen or like a DPS which isn't Reaper, then there's no reason why you shouldn't rush them. As let's do the math. Your shield bash does 50 damage, so if the hero has 200 health, then that's 50. Then you flail them until they get down to 75 health. Then you whip shot them, because it's important that you do whip shot last, as whip shot pushes them away. So if you're on a 1v1, you really don't want to be pushing them away as Brig. As well, Brig is a melee hero, which is why you can see in the gameplay I'm basically spamming her rocket flail, because there's no downside to it. It doesn't stop me from doing any other of my abilities, which is a very important thing with Brig. Now, I'm not saying, oh yeah, what you should do is as soon as you spawn in, when you're 500 meters away from the objective, have your rocket flare up. I'm not saying that. But in a situation like this is in the gameplay, it is very important to just even if it's a 1% chance that just a Reaper or a Lucio is going to push your team, then there's no reason why you shouldn't, because it's basically, oh, there is a 1% chance, but then there's no downside to me doing this. So yeah. The third tip for Brigitte is, well, it's to use her parcels effectively. Her parcels are a very, very good healing tool, but I see a lot of new Brigittes use them ineffectively. They are not like a Kiriko one. You can't just spam them. They take 6 seconds to recharge, and they do a lot of healing over time, but not too much burst healing. So you should only spam a parcel if it's you are as I like to call pimping out a healer or like a DPS, and they are going to die soon. Like they're on like 30 health and they're taking damage, so you just spam 2 or 3. But you shouldn't be using these parcels when it comes to a tank. So as tanks, like her parcels do, I think 150 health overall. So if you want to effectively heal a tank, you're just going to be spamming them quite a lot, which obviously, as a 6-second cooldown ability, you do not want to be spamming them. Instead, if you want to heal a tank, you should be doing tip 4, which is rocket flail and whip shot like there's no tomorrow. Whip shot and rocket flail, like, create her, well, it's sort of like, yeah, create her passive, which is inspire, which creates a healing aurora around her for 5 seconds. It was 7 seconds, but then Blizzard were like, oh hell nah fam, we messed up, and yeah, turned it to 5 seconds, which is incredibly busted still. Same with her ultimate ability, Rally. Now Rally provides armor for your team, your whole team. And as you know, armor is, well, it's not armor anymore, it's temporary health. But temporary health is, it's just really good because in her 10-second, because her ultimate has a 10-second like timer, which basically says in this 10 seconds you get infinite temporary health. Like you basically get 2 extra bars of temporary health, and then that is infinite. It keeps on recharging. But when it stops, like the ability ends, you keep the temporary health for quite a while. And in Overwatch 2, like you're not out of fights for very long, I find. So you've basically, it is very, very, very good, because temporary health is, I think temporary health functions very similar to armor, which basically has damage resistance, which on Brig, as you are a squishy without your barricade, then it's very good. Now, these tips are, in my opinion, very surface level. So if you are, well, a semi-decent Brig, such as myself, these tips aren't going to really be much use to you, because you probably already know them a lot. But I really want to preface this to say, like, this guide is more catered towards like newer, like Overwatch 2 new players, or like, you know, they've started playing Brig recently. Because I know when I was trying to learn Brig, I couldn't find many good guides, so I kind of want to be that person making the good guides. Now that you have these tips, now tips are very useful, but we should also put these in play. So the next part of this video will basically be me reviewing my gameplay, going over it, which if you want to improve, you should be doing. And if you want me to review your gameplay, just give me your Discord, and I'll add you on Discord and you send it to me. And next video, I'll be reviewing your gameplay, which I do free of charge, and I hope it helps you. So yeah, let's get on to this. Okay, hello. Now, spoiler alert, the code is hidden in this half of the video, so thank you for staying so long to find it, and I hope you enjoy the skin. So, Circuit Royale, especially on Defend, is kind of a risky one as Brig, because first phase especially, it's like a lot of like ashes and widows coming out. Like, well, I mean, this is unranked, and my team are using like Bastion, so I don't think Widows and Ashes are going to come out. But if you are playing ranked, I'd highly advise to sort of like hide, but for the first part as well. Like as soon as they come out, you want to be like sort of like hiding and just throwing parcels. Okay, so as the enemies come out, you kind of want to view their team and especially their tank. So as the barricade's out, we know that's a Sigma. If it's a Roadhog, you kind of want to switch ASAP, as there's a bug where Roadhog can hook Brig behind, like through her shield. So I'm gonna, as soon as you see like a critical or like a yellowy orange character, you like on your team, you want to be heading to their location. Obviously, this Mercy, you want to kind of be like DPSing her. There's a Sombra. Sombras are so annoying. There's Junkrat, as gonna be trying to get to my Bastion, as I see he's in yellow. I haven't played on this map much, so I don't really know the layout, but he seems okay. So going back to my team, trying to... Okay, so as I've been hacked, I don't really want to try and rush the Sombra, as she's got a 50% damage buff against me, soon to be like 25%. Obviously, I don't want my Bastion dying, so I try to help him by taking out the Junkrat. I see a Mercy now. The Mercy's on DPS mode right now, but you want to watch Mercy like a hawk, especially if one of her team go down. Okay, I'm low on health. I'm trying to pimp out my team, and I've gone down. But yeah. So the enemy team composition isn't great. Same with my team. However, I think theirs is worse. Their Sigma has swapped to a Winton, as he's a dive guy, but most people, especially in the lower ranks, really don't know how to play Winton very well, so epic victory royale. I At this point, I'm not sure if our team are trying to set up a good position or they're just like diving in, but I watch my diva like a hawk, seeing if she takes a bit of damage, because might as well use one of my parcels. Not many. I've got rally, so use it to gain an advantage and kind of like make sure my team are alright. I got Junkrat ulted. That was fun. I love Junkrat ults. So they've swapped to a Reinhardt, which Reinhardt and Roadhog are the only teams that really counter Brig, in my opinion. But Reinhardt, not so much. Oh, EMP'd. Gotta heal my team. So Reinhardt's shield has almost gone down. I get Inspire and then immediately dip. I know I cannot win the one against Reinhardt, so might as well, as Inspire, last 5 seconds, so might as well like hit him and then dash to get to my team so they can get a bit of healing. So I'm kind of just like playing in the back line with my team, really, because you don't want to be front line on Brig, definitely not. See my Farah's taking critical damage, so heal her. You have to watch where Winston's are going. You don't want you kind of have to look up, because you don't want them landing behind you and you being unprepared. That's where Winston's thrive, so now you know. Take out the Sombra, as she doesn't know what she's doing, and we get a team kill. Pretty epic. So yeah, I'm on decent healing for Brig. Obviously, in my opinion, Brig isn't really a main healer too much. Like she's kind of there just to, well, she has decent damage and to just make sure the team are alright. But she is a top pick healer, which I definitely recommend if you're a noob Brig watching this video a couple times, or like any guide. So yeah, this team are very, very unorganized. There are a few characters which hard counter Brig. Especially I'd consider Reaper a hard counter, as if he takes you by surprise you're dead, and how Brig doesn't have a stun, so Brig doesn't really counter anymore. Like, same with Hammond. Brig used to counter Hammond so much, but not like anymore really. Because it used to be so fun just stunning Hammond out of his stupid ball form. Anyway, there's not much worth doing now, as it's a victory, which is what, if you watch this video, it's what all of your games are gonna end in, by the way. So yeah, hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.